You're watching the Experience Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit comicshoplocator.com to find a store near you.
Hey, it must be Monday. You got me, you got John, you got Rockin, Robbie. What's going on, Robbie?
What's going on, bud?
Man, just chilling. Just got done having a great time this weekend at the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo.
That's right. I remember that.
Yeah, I got to host the panels with Jim Starlin. He was awesome. And Kevin Eastman. And I want to show you all this. So I got my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1 Artisan Edition here. And nice. Kevin said he had a good time on the panel. And I've never had people come up and tell me like how good the panel was. And I had multiple people do that. But I wanted to show this cool remark that he did for me.
Nice. Very nice.
Nice and big, and it's awesome. So I had a great weekend. I hope y'all had half as good of a weekend as I did.
Well, we did. I mean, do you notice something different?
You're rocking the spam, I see.
Not only spam, but we have spam light for those of you that are health conscious. Although I have to question,
is it an empty can? Healthy spam?
If I have the 25% less sodium version.
Very nice. Very nice. And John, and we'll have to get the picture up. I don't know if we because it's sitting in the fridge waiting for me to take home. John made me a green eggs and spam special. There it is. Nice. Okay, so JD did get it. All right. So I will be enjoying that when I get home after the show this evening. Nice. It's heavy too. I put the box on the fridge. It was heavy.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter, and I was just like, "That is amazing." It's amazing, John. You're such a good dude, John.
It was salsa verde, cilantro, lime rice.
I'll give everybody a review on Wednesday's show. But he bought me a can of beer from a local brewery.
I did this way because that's like the appropriate beer for that dish.
And while Rex will be enjoying that, I've got an eggplant, pepperoni, and provolone sandwich. Another veggie sandwich, just in case nobody ever believes them.
Oh no!
You said it had pepperoni on it, didn't you?
Did I say eggplant?
I think you said pepperoni.
Oh, peppers. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Red peppers.
I was about to be like, because somebody's lying to you, Nick.
Yeah, right. So looks like there may be some special deals tonight. As I'm going, I might just attack those cans of spam and just start eating them out of the can.
Thank God you're better at publishing my favorite comics than picking sandwiches, sir.
There you go.
If you're going to eat spam, you should just throw that veggie sandwich out right away. Because it's whatever health benefits you're expecting are going to be right out the window.
Spam. That's an empty can.
This is from Tucci's. Have you ever been to Tucci's on Haddonfield, Berlin Road?
Oh, yeah. Down, like off of almost like Kings Highway or whatever?
Yeah. It's 2 doors away from the Rita's Water Ice.
Okay. My wife's book club, it's like in a row.
I better go, otherwise Dave's going to be upset.
Oh, it's 7:00.
Right? John, how are you? John, I got John very happy on Friday. We've been promising him Punisher.
Oh,
and
finally.
I actually went and got something that I just bought. And he picked it up.
Nice. So
Jeff, Rubenstein, John, Stevie B, 62 Lefty.
Let me go. Triple B's
Triple
in the
B,
house.
Josh, Adrian, hello everybody.
Dave Cerrone.
Library Kid's like an Instagram model now. Do you see him? It's always
I do
him
not.
and somebody at a con.
I do not. All right. So to start off, as we always start off, we have a can of regular spam That will be one of our best offer items of the night, starting at $1.
Oh,
No,
man.
kidding. And Josh, unfortunately, you cannot claim Robbie's book. Unless Robbie wants to let you claim it. That's up to him.
Not at all. Not at all.
But I don't think so. I really don't think so. Okay. However, he will give you the can of Spam that he has.
I'll give you the can after I eat the Spam. I'll send the can to you. So you just got to pay for shipping.
All right. So Davis is. Oh no, it's not a remark or a CCA, my friend. Okay, this is for real. This is real Spam. Recently picked up from the grocery store.
It is fresh. Yeah.
All right.
Well, once Nick said he picked up Spam, I had to swing back over to the store because I didn't have any in-house. Because, you're always like barely hanging on. I haven't eaten in 3 days. Where's the taco? It's like Oliver Twist up in here. You're so hungry. So,
may I have another, sir? All right. So we'll start off with a Dynamite 10-pack, 10 random Dynamite titles. Suggested retail of $40, $3.99 cover price or higher. As always, thank you to our viewers. We'll have it here, the entire show for $5. So with that out of the way, and then let me see.
Just saw Ken pop in. Hi, Kenneth Bird.
Hey, Ken, what's going on? Sheldon in the house. What's going on, Sheldon? All right, let's see. We're going to do the best offers first. Let me find
You know what we have to do first?
What do we have to do first?
Even before we do any of that stuff.
Go ahead.
My all-time favorite artist remark situation book is here again. We have another Ken Hazer blank black variant alien with silver metal.
Yes.
thing.
All right. So there's some reasoning to that. I was not aware of this. I did not even know it exists.
There it is. Look at that.
Until today. Or tomorrow, April 26th, is Alien Day. Specifically meaning not aliens as an alien abduction, but as in the movie franchise. So somebody pointed that out. So quick, we grabbed a couple of alien items. So the alien remark or the alien cover art, alien #1 signed and cover art by Ken Hazer. We have one available for $79 to celebrate Alien Day. I didn't even know they had an Alien Day.
Yeah, because isn't it like 426 is like the designation on the moon or something that they're at, something like that?
Yeah, it's LV 426. I had to stop and think of it for a second.
There you go.
LV 426.
So
there's actually a website you can go to, and I don't know if it's Nerdery Public. I gotta think of it. I can't remember it. But it's Dave. That's a nice joke. Illegal Alien Day. That's from Aliens. I love that. There's a website. It might be Nerdery Public if somebody else knows it. And every day of the year is a day. You know how there's like a food day or puppy day or like whatever. They have days from from movies, from sci-fi movies, like, because you know how, like, even in the old movies, right? Like, I think it's Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. That movie was made in like 1972, right? And I think it starts with like August 17th, 1997. So that day winds up becoming Conquest of the Planet of the Apes Day.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I think that, like you just said, that's kind of the case with Aliens because it's, they land on LB 426.
Tons of days. In fact, today is National DNA Day, East Meets West Day, Hug a Plumber Day, Telephone Day, and Zucchini Bread Day. That's all today. So,
if the mail's delivered, it's not a real holiday. That's the way I see it. Let's see. Dwayne Zapane says he remembers Back to the Future Day back in 2015. That's true, actually. So we got a couple of alien items. So I found another one of the remarks, and then
you guys know I love that. I mean, we'll get to everything for sure, but I cannot tell you. I mean, of all the things I've bought, and I'm the first to admit, I don't consider myself the most super hardcore Alien franchise fan. I love the franchise, but I wouldn't kind of rank it up there with like Star Trek, Star Wars type stuff. But I got to tell you, the cover I got from Ken Hazer is probably right now is probably my favorite non-Green Hornet thing I have on my wall.
Nice. Good thing that you guys. It's a good thing that you guys brought up Alien today instead of Wednesday because AR probably doesn't even know what those movies are. Judging from his track record.
I feel bad.
When we did the Star Trek one, I don't think I've ever heard him not say anything. I mean, he really was just super uninformed. He was just like, I don't
Kyle, I'm going to say it's probably a little bit of both. Kyle asked if my super stoned or
yeah, Kyle, it's best offer. It's currently, I forget who's in the lead at $1. I think it might be Dave Cerrone.
We should have told people that this was spam from the cabinet of Jim Steranko. $700.
So Stevie B says, I've noticed that on the History Channel, the food that built America. The fact that Spam hasn't made the list is
Spam
problematic.
probably should have made the cut because we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
Spam has like a whole history in the Pacific, particularly in Hawaii. I'll give $5 to get it off this.
Nope. It's going to stay there the whole show. Not going anywhere.
But yeah, I mean, Spam does have like a legitimate culinary claim to history.
Yeah.
I mean,
and it's become a part of a lot of different cultures like Hawaii,
the Philippines,
yep.
American Samoa. There was a time where, like an extended period of time, where that was literally the only thing that, and I realize some people don't consider Spam meat as such, but there was an extended period of time where parts of Australia too, they could only get potted meat type products.
Marcus, I'm not sure. We'll have to look that up. I'm not sure if it's better to send the can of Spam to CBCS or CGC. We'll find out before we get back to it.
It's probably one of the action figure grading companies that does it, right?
Well, I'm telling you, these 2 cans of Spams are 9.8s easily.
We should have found slabs for them, like plastic boxes.
That's way too much work. All right, so we're going to do a best offer book.
It took me like 22 minutes to make that thing I made for you today.
And that's awesome, Dave, by the way, meeting Peter David, talking to him about Star Trek. I had that experience a couple years ago. He's a cool dude, especially talking about Star Trek.
Yeah, I was at a con a few years ago and I got to get Peter David. There's like 2 or 3 people at cons that they are like the most legitimate of storytellers. You know what I mean? Like they love you. Come on, kids, let me tell you about this. Peter David is one of them. And another one was Joe Straczynski.
Right.
Who's done a ton of comics, but this particular panel, he was talking about Babylon 5. And he literally is a smaller panel. And he's like, let's talk about the whole thing. And people, after a while, were just shouting out questions. And he was happy to get to them.
Marcus says the meat needs pressing. That's why you slice it into sandwich-sized bites. All right, so let's do a best offer book. So we have Vengeance Vampirella number 4, CGC graded 9.8.
Why is Kyle in the hold on, I'm sorry. Why is Kyle in the cafeteria? Kyle, are you not feeling well or something? I hope you're feeling better, bud.
Well, yeah, totally. Hope you're all right, bud.
I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I just saw hospital cafeteria, and I'm like, oh no.
You know what?
Sorry
it's okay. That. We're gonna send this can of Spam to Kyle for free now. I feel bad.
Kyle,
he's forced to eat that hospital food. No, don't say no to that pot roast sandwich. We got Spam on the way. Oh man, get better soon, man.
Feel better soon, Kyle. Wow, man. All jokes aside, we're sitting here laughing. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, the doctor probably will.
We are terrible colleagues. We have no idea.
Well, that goes without saying. So, Vengeance of Vampirella number 4, CGC graded 9.8. Ben Oliver cover. Suggested retail of $89.99. It is our best offer book starting at $30.
John's in.
John's already in. All right.
Is it number 4 or 5? Because you said 4 and it says 4 down there, but the image says 5.
The book. The image.
Yeah, it might be 5. We may have gotten that wrong. My bad.
Oh no, I just want to make okay. Yeah.
So
I just started rereading my
ignore the man talking behind the curtain. Just look at the picture.
I was talking to Tom Fialski. I just started reading that stuff. He's like, "Oh my god, that stuff is so old." I'm like, "So am I."
So who was it? Yeah, Josh brought up a good point. Yeah, it's part of Korean cuisine as well because of everything that happened after World War II. So Spam is a huge part of American culture, but its effect on the rest of the world as well.
Stevie B, you're right, man. But I digress. That was almost for a time. That was why I was reading Comic Buyer's Guide. There's almost nothing else in there I wanted except that. Amy would get the issues numbers right. Yeah, Amy would get the issue numbers right.
So Dwayne's paying. I just got to call my phone. The caller said it said spam risk. So spam is risky. Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Let's go to our next best offer book. So we got Mighty Thor number 700, signed by Walter Simonson.
Ooh, man, that's nice.
Suggested retail of $69.99, signed in silver. Obviously, kind of relevant Can't wait. Can't wait for the movie to come out. With Jane
Yeah, we
Foster's
have Love and Thunder pretty soon. Apparently, I had concerns about Natalie Portman, who is physically very small, pulling off Jane Foster as Thor. She's been tweeting photos of herself from either the gym or her personal trainer or whatever. She's huge. She's absolutely huge. She looks like a superhero.
Well,
You can tell she actually put on some of the weight, especially in the arms. You can tell that. And I don't know.
Did you see the picture I'm talking about? I guess it's the gym photo or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, she's been living at the gym.
Because at first I was wondering if they like CG'd some of that. Because
I thought that too. Yeah, I was like, it's CG.
She's been putting out the work, but it doesn't. We shouldn't be too surprised. They've been making Tom Cruise look tall for like 30 years. So.
Well,
no offense to any.
6'3".
All right, so we're
John,
looking signs in it.
I have been to Greek Orthodox Easter. I love the whole. I've been to a couple lamb roasts. Pretty much everyone's familiar with a pig roast, right?
Yes.
But to watch a lamb roast in like a traditional Greek neighborhood, I got to tell you, that's. The food alone is probably worth the conversion process. I got to tell you right now, man.
Oh man, but just the concept of a lamb roast sounds really good.
I have to admit, it's a little bit jarring. Like I've been to Greek neighborhoods, and the lamb is on a spit, and now people are used to kind of seeing a pig. The sheep is a little bit different, So I see people kind of but I'm like, no, trust me, this is absolutely delicious. I mean, overlook the whole sort of, face ripped off quality of it. But trust me, it's delicious.
Just get a plate. Don't look. Oh, man. All right. So then let's see. What else do we have as a best item? Want to get that out of the way?
Ron is here. Who else joined us?
Let's see. Hey, Ron. And where Rupenstein, I got you, buddy, for opening that up. Thank you. Lee Bizzle. On the yes,
we're doing best offers.
The current offer is $1, and I think it was Dave Cerrone in the league.
Oh no!
So
actually, our best offer was Kyle said, "I'll give you $5."
Oh, that's right. Kyle's at $5.
Off the screen.
But I don't think we can accept that offer because I already explained to him we're not removing it from the screen. So I would feel guilty taking his money.
Josh, you're right. That's exactly what a whole cooked lamb looks like. Yeah. No disrespect to Greek Easter, but the first time you see a whole cooked lamb turning around, it literally is like one of those zombie dogs from Resident Evil. And you're like, oh! And then you try it and you're like, oh! So, it's...
Those things were terrifying in that game.
Josh went, whole cooked lambs look like zombie dogs.
He's exactly right. Like I said, they look like the things, like the first Resident Evil, of course, the game, but the movie, you really see these dogs and you're like on, a big screen. That's the first time I'd ever played Resident Evil. First time I ever saw one on like a full-size movie screen. I'm like, suddenly first of all, it became much more terrifying. And second of all, I wanted to play Resident Evil on a movie screen.
Oh, man. That first moment when those dogs come through the window, that's like, I remember jumping, like out of my seat, man. It was scary, bro.
No, it's the truth. I remember watching this thing and just my eyes are.
Well, do you guys play the original version?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, remember there's that one corridor you go past, but when you come back out of that corridor, it was like the first part in the main film. Those zombies reach out those boarded windows and try to grab you.
Yeah. That's like an homage to whatchamacallit. That's supposed to be like an homage to
Night of the Living Dead, Reanimated.
Night of the Living Dead,
where
it's like the boarded windows and the hands.
Yeah, that completely freaked me out the first time I ran across that. All right, so Ron, we're gonna get to the statue next because it is best offer item.
Oh, so, that's convenient.
So tonight we have Art Germ Vampirella Underworld variant collectible bust. Suggested retail of $189.99 and it is a best offer statue starting at $50.
Why is it called an Underworld variant?
Because of the color.
Black and white and just actually it's not even black and white. It's almost like
grayish kind of
gray tone or whatever they call it.
Right.
I turned the brightness up in my screen and I could tell it a little bit better. Because at first I was like, that just looks black and white. I don't understand. But yeah, I get it.
All right. So that takes care of it for the best offer items. Dwayne's a pain. Hashtag spam the chat.
Spam the chat. Nice.
That Vampirella statue, that's what Speaking of Underworld, that's what Optimus Prime looked like when he died in that 86 animated film and broke my heart. If you remember, he just goes slowly to that grayish scale. No, y'all don't remember that? No.
No, but that was one heck of a segue you performed there.
Nice.
You know, like Evil Knievel.
See, that was smooth.
Jumping.
Yeah, Dave Archerm just announced they're doing I think it's going to be like it's 1/3 scale of Vampirella. Although I always joke around with one of our cosplayers, Rachel Holland, looks great as Vampirella. She's like 3.5 feet tall. If you ever see her in a picture, like when she's not in costume with her friends,
right,
it's like her other friends are taking her to school, and she's like a little kid. She's very small.
Hey, if Tom Cruise can pull it off, so can she.
No, I mean, I love her as Vampirella. It's just super funny that when he says 1/3 scale, I'm thinking, so is Rachel.
Adrian appreciates your segue there.
Yeah,
Robbie.
I see the people in the chat know what I'm talking about, so I don't know why you guys just AR'd me like I was weird for Transformers.
You just AR'd me. We're gonna, just so you know, Alex not gonna be on the show anymore. We're gonna have Robbie 2 nights a week.
Oh my gosh!
I'll be like, "Hello, Alex." He'll be like, "Yeah."
So
the vlogger you're trying to call is.
So all right. So we're gonna go to another slab book. What do you think?
Absolutely. Well, Ronald said what's the mega pack? But...
Ronald, I gotta apologize for you. My week got really out of control, and I ran out of time to put together a mega pack, and I did promise Ronald on Wednesday, I believe, that I would have one for Monday. So my sincere apologies, Ronald. I just that plus we were a little overloaded with the alien thing, and I just never got.
You want me to just run around and grab a bunch of stuff and sell it to Ron real quick?
So that would just make it like Monday. We will do another slab book, though. We've got Amazing Spider-Man number 55, second printing variant, CGC graded 9.8, suggested retail of $89.99, and we have one available for $62.19.
That is nice. Who did this cover?
Patrick Gleason.
I don't know if I've seen this before, which is weird because I see almost everything.
It's Patrick Gleason. He did a series of these. There was a Venom, there's a Carnage, and he even done
all right,
did a recent one.
Yeah, I remember when we got it looks like we had a lot of damaged ones in our inventory. So to get one to grade out 9.8 is
man, that's some nice work.
Ron, I am waiting for all the shipments to clear, but I believe I can get that one set you asked me about. But I am still waiting for the go-ahead from my warehouse so they can clear the John Spilios is taking it. Gotcha, John. So we are still in a hold pattern until I know all those orders have cleared. But I'm pretty sure I can get you a set, not including the one that you already purchased. All right. Let's see, 62 Lefty says the reprints are in different colors. That is correct. But all right, here we go. Let's see.
You just point Ron one more time, you'll be hearing from his attorney.
No kidding. I'm serious.
I represent
Ron regularly sends me really funny jokes, via email. So I'll know Ron's mad at me if I stop getting those joke emails.
You see the middle finger emoji blown up about this thing on the page.
Well, he wouldn't be the first. And I doubt the last. All right, let's see. Should we do? What do you guys think? Should we do a CCA here? What do you guys think?
I think it's time.
He said broken promises on a Dynamite show. I don't believe it. See, Dave used to be humble. Then he's on Instagram. It's famous books with famous pictures, and now he's cracking wise.
You know what? I'm erasing his bid on spam. He's out.
Seriously, go check out Dave's Instagram. He has some pretty cool stuff on there. He really does.
So and we want to catch up with. We want to hear more about the Huntsville con that you were at. So you have to fill us in on that one.
They AR'd me. Yikes! Yeah, we really did turn him into a verb. Wow.
I like this.
Somebody's gonna have to tell Alec on Wednesday.
I won't be here Wednesday. I'm out.
Leave me on my own.
Robbie and I are doing a show for 30 and over.
Oh my Lord. All right. So let's do our first CCA. It's let's do Justice League of America #1, blank variant, ultra limited edition, signed by Steve Orlando and Ken Hazer with a Green Lantern cover sketch by Ken Hazer. So Dave says my bid was contingent on John's remark anyway. Yeah, well, Dave, I got an offer from Kyle for $5 to remove the spam. I turned my back on that because I don't want to remove the spam.
Do we have a green metallic ink pen I can sign this spam in?
I don't know.
As if the spam could be any more devalued. My signature is on the can.
Listen. You got it, John. Gotcha, buddy.
John, I have one of these that Ken did, slightly different angle, and the power ring is on there, and I love this. I absolutely.
So Dave says, "Is that Green Lantern color approved by John?" I don't know. Is it?
The costume it is. The lantern symbol could probably be a little greener. Although
maybe he ran out of that particular.
I was looking, and I was wondering if he was trying to make like this glowing kind of effect where like the mask is very emerald and then it gets lighter. And I was thinking maybe the pin was just running out. Probably.
I think it's a little bit of both. It does look a little bit more.
He is missing eyebrows
when you're when you're looking at it
right
in person.
Dwayne's right. He doesn't have any eyebrows. What happened to Hal's eyebrows in this one?
They're under the mask.
Do the eyebrows usually show? I just realized I don't know.
Yeah, they're just you can see the brow.
Well, in the golden age, the mask had like white lines, so he almost looked like Catwoman. Thankfully, when Gil Kane took over, that stopped. It was just an emerald mask on his face.
Too funny.
But this is Green Lantern. This is Green Lantern right after issue 156, where he had taken like some fire to the face, right? Yeah, let's just say that.
Singe the eyebrows.
Yeah,
off they came.
Man, you fly through space. You get a little.
It was during the filming of the Pepsi commercial. If y'all remember that, when Hal Jordan filmed the Pepsi commercial, and yeah.
Oh no.
Man, we're going that far back. Oof. All right, so looks like we got to take our first break. So we'll go ahead and do that.
Already.
And we'll be back in a couple minutes. Stay with us.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time. Did you know that every experience show, including some exclusive content, streams on Twitch? Check it out. Twitch.tv/the_EXP. Or just scan that QR code.
All right, and we're back.
Did we lose Robbie?
I don't know.
Oh no! Did AR hack in and get rid of him?
He might have.
Robbie was AR.
It's like you guys talking about me.
No.
All right, I'm sure Robbie will be back in a second. There might be some internet connection problem.
You're the second person who mentioned that to me, Lefty. I have not had a chance to check it out yet. There's a new Cato action figure.
Oh, okay.
And I'm kind of excited about that. Somebody messaged me about an hour and a half or 2 hours ago, and they're like, "Yo," and they sent me
there
the
he
link,
is.
and there he is. We were wondering if you got an AR and just hacked and closed down.
No, I did that break seem short to y'all? I'm just I just came back. I was like, oh no.
I don't know. Maybe. All right, so tell us about Huntsville. You know, obviously you gave us a little bit of it, the panel discussions in Eastman, and what else happened? What else
If you follow him on social media, you'd be caught up.
Dude, I only have Facebook.
It was great. So this was the 7th year that we've done the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo. My buddy Jeremy is the one who puts it on, and it just keeps growing and growing each year. And obviously, it was different in 2020 and then last year even, but today it was like this week it felt like it was kind of a little bit more back to normal. It was fun. Lots of good vendors. Pop Culture Philosophers has been there every single year. We have a booth. We usually sell mystery boxes. We usually find like toys and things like that. And I take some comics I'm trying to purge out, you know, and we make these mystery boxes. We sell them and meet people. And this was the first. So this is the 7th year of the expo, and it's also going to be our 7th anniversary. So like we're tied in with it, you know? So we're always there. But this year we had more people come to see us from the YouTube channel. Like people specifically made the trip to come and see us. Like it's happened before, but this one, there were several people that did that, like 5 or 6 of them. And, that's really cool. I thought like people coming in, telling us that they appreciate the channel and the show and all that kind of stuff, and getting to talk to them, match faces with screen names, and be able to thank them in person, you know, for their support. And it was great, man. Jim Starlin was a super cool dude. We had a good conversation, but my Kevin Eastman panel, it's just a highlight, y'all. I'm up there. I got to thank him for just so many memories and all the work he's done to support creators' rights and stuff like that. And he was somebody who, for instance, he took a chance on Mike Allred and published Madman over at Tundra, and we got to talk about that. We talked about when he had the tank and the Batmobile, and what a cool dude. Like, I'm going to let y'all know, sometimes you always hear these stories. Oh, this guy's kind of a bit of an a-hole if you meet him in person. You can have a bad experience. I've always heard terrible. Like, I'm glad I never met John Byrne because I like having a good impression of John Byrne, you know? But like Kevin Eastman was like the coolest dude. Like I've met plenty of cool people. Jim Starlin was cool. Jim Shooter was cool. Chris Claremont's cool. Mike Grell's cool. Like all these Fabian Icieza, Mark Bagley, all these people that I've been able to do these panels with have been super cool. But Kevin Eastman was on another level. He is such a good dude and so humble and still a rock star. I love it.
So let me ask you, how were the crowds? Were they more than you expected, more than usual, pre-pandemic, I want to say?
So in 2020, the expo was supposed to be in April. It's always around this weekend in April. And it's just beautiful down here, right? And it's just a beautiful weekend. And in 2020, obviously, it got postponed out. We did it in July, but it was like there was nobody there. You know, it was like all distanced. Everybody had to wear masks, and so a lot of people didn't show up. Last year, it was a little bit busier, but this year I think there was more people than ever. Like I think I'm in Alabama too,
cool.
So there's a lot of I'm in Alabama too, where a lot of people are very free and loose with authority rules. You know what I'm saying? We have a rebellious nature.
I think we have a lot of people vaccinated too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? 2020, people were literally afraid to leave their front door. You know, the authorities were like, hey, look, man, a pigeon's going to land on your porch and you're going to get the Black Plague in the 21st century. Now I think you've got people that are more comfortable with masks. They got their vaccines. They're sort of careful. They're taking whatever they need to take. So they're able to kind of go back out. Even like local places, like, you know, like you stop at a liquor store. I mean, I remember like stop at a liquor store, get a bottle of wine. 2020, people didn't even want to go in. You know, they're like texting the owner, hey, look, man, I'm out here with money. Can I get like a bottle of, Chardonnay or something? And I think it's kind of neat that, you're seeing a little bit the show in Philly.
Well, that's why I was asking.
There was a lot of people in the show in Philly.
Did you go for Fan Expo? I thought you didn't. All right. So Alec went, and he mentioned that he thought it was more crowded than it's ever been, that literally people were shoulder to shoulder. And I think, I think that people are just raring to get out to do something, to be somewhere. So I'm not surprised. That's why I wanted to ask you in a different part of the country.
He was at the Knicks, and they texted me. One of the guys at the Knicks watches the show sometimes, and he's like, "Your boy is here," and I was like, "What?" And Alec and all his people were over there at Reading Terminal Market eating at the Knicks.
Yeah,
He's like, "Are you coming over?" And I was like, "No."
I thought you meant the basketball team.
I did too. At first, I'm like, the
Knicks. The Nickelodeon's
so it's this great place called Reading Terminal. And it is right across the street from the convention center. So it's very easy, but it's like an indoor mart. They've got everything. They've got butchers, they've got all kinds of specialty kind of foods. It's really a pretty cool place to go to.
Yeah. But it was a great con. We already got he's already got the next one planned. Same weekend next year. PCP is going to be there. It's always great. And he's already announced from your neck of the woods, it's Dante and Randall from the Clerks movies are going to be there. So I'm super excited to meet them. I've met Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes, but it's going to be super cool to meet Dante and Randall. That's going to be awesome.
That's very cool.
Well, Brian O'Halloran and Jeff Anderson. So
thanks for joining us, man. Let's see. Dave Cerrone. Anything will see more crowd than AR's preschool class.
Yikes. Wow.
All right.
You're going to start a feud between AR Comics and Pop Culture Philosophers. Y'all just watch out.
You people ought to watch out because Alex might ask his folks if he can stay out late. He'll come.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
I didn't say any of this. So 62 lefty. I'm not even supposed to be here today. So, all right.
So very quickly.
Yeah.
Do you know who handled the drink cart at some of the mall scenes in Mallrats? And also handled some of the Italian ice cart for catering and Clerks too.
Oh, you don't mean in the show itself?
No, yeah, behind the scenes.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
I was super fortunate that one of the business partners I had was heavily into catering for productions and stuff like that. And he knew somebody that knew Kevin Smith, and they knew each other from like the Atlantic Highlands days or whatever. And he's like, "Do you want to do the Italian ice cart?" Because they asked for one. And I'm like, "Sure, I've got a ton of experience with Italian ice." I had zero experience with Italian ice. But to be on the Mallrats set, in the parking lot, how you see the scene in Mallrats in the parking lot? On the other side of that mall is where everything is set up.
Nice.
All the trucks, all the trailers. So you kind of had to go through the mall to get everything. So people were constantly phoning in orders. We were just constantly coming back and forth and back and forth. And I was super fortunate enough that day. I hear a super familiar voice say, "Hey, do you have a cherry?" And it's Stan Lee.
I was about to ask if you got to meet Stan Lee on the set.
He actually came over. It was kind of hot in there because the mall was like semi-abandoned. It was not like a premium New Jersey mall where they shot this thing.
Right.
And it was hot. And he just decided he was going to go outside. And, and the next thing I know, he's there. And the person behind him has no idea who he is. It's just a guy. He comes over and he's got like a thing. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm here to pick up like 4 things." And I'm like, "Dude, I don't care." He never got his ice. I just sat there and I was like, "Stan, whatever you want is fine." And the guy eventually turned around and left. I did not care.
All right, let's throw another book up real quick. We've got Fantastic Four number 587, signed by Joe Quesada. Suggested retail of $99.99. We have one available for $75, and it is number 3 of 10.
Who has a cameo, by the way? And I think Jane Silent Bob Strike Back, right?
Joe's got a cameo in Chasing Amy. Him and Jimmy are in Chasing Amy. I know for sure. He is in Jane Silent Bob Strike Back.
He delivers the pizza.
He's the pizza guy. Yeah.
Eliza Dushku and Liz Chen and Elizabeth and their whole sort of.
And they all come on to him, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that I did not know.
Yeah, he's there. And then there's a bit in Chasing Amy where him and Jimmy Palmiotti are there.
Yeah.
At the con. Yeah, it's really cool.
So Jay Byrne says John needs a podcast. Ironic.
I've did radio shows and podcasts for 10 years. This is like my this is like my farewell. I don't want to start that again.
Well, somebody just called John about doing something with food again, right?
I've done a lot of that, a lot of that, and I think I'm. She did want to fix Sicilian. I think that you're 62. You know what, Stevie B? That would have been perfect if Cyan had said, "Make mine cherry." I wish he had. He did. He was tired. It was a hot day, and I knew the voice. That was the best thing. I heard the voice from behind me, and I'm like,
there's another one.
Yeah, but it's already been claimed. Robbie's getting this one.
See the
Yeah,
the mistake Nick
Station.
made was this isn't an NFT, so I've already asked someone to make me a T-shirt. That's a Nicky the Roach shirt.
And then we'll have one more on Friday during the original art experience.
That's awesome. Thank you, Nick.
My pleasure, buddy.
I'm going to frame that and have it hung
and
up.
wait till you see what we have for Monday's show. I'm going to do 2 quick sneak peeks tonight. Oh, Dwayne's a pain raid. We're going to do 2 sneak peeks tonight, and we're making a commercial for you to run this entire week, Robbie, because this is going to be really huge on Monday.
Crosshairs of the raid can. I took a
funny.
picture of one of those cards, and I talked to my buddy, and I said, "Hey, man, can you put this on the shirt for me?" He's like, "Oh, well, if you get a clear image, because one night I just want to walk in and do a show and have a Nicky the Roach shirt."
Yeah, it's probably going to be too small. The resolution's probably going to be.
That was the thing. Dude, these Nicky the Roach cards come with darts too. Oh no!
No, you have to supply your own darts.
Adrian, that's a great idea. That should be Nick's profile pic on Whatnot. That should absolutely. That's a great idea.
Oh man, vegetarian.
Is it ruined by mullet?
Too funny. All right, so let's do King in Black #3, signed by Ryan Stegman. Suggested retail of $69.99. It is one of our 5-star $50 books, and it is number 7 of 30. Limited edition. So yeah, I love his signature with the little dinosaur kind of thing going on.
Well, I think
for Stegosaurus.
Was Kyle the one who talked? No, was Kyle the one who mentioned that if you catch Ryan at the beginning of the con, you get like a Jurassic Park level Stegosaurus sketch, and at the end of like day 5, when he can barely move his hand, you get a very kind of subtle sort of it's a Stegosaurus, man. Get out of here, fanboy. I'm exhausted.
And, we all know this King in Black story, and it was a big smash hit from the rock star Donny Cates, and, of course, Ryan Stegman, too. Great artist, pretty solid writer. And you know that Noel's going to be in a movie soon, and I just hope that it's not a Venom movie, because those haven't been so good for me. But they're going to do this story. They're going to do Noel. And so
they're absolutely going to do it.
Yeah,
I'm almost hoping it's a Disney Plus thing.
Yeah, so that'd be cool. They need to somehow work that deal out with Sony, because I had a buddy of mine who's in the PCP Army, our Facebook group for pop culture philosophers, and he's like, okay, I finally watched Venom 2 after hearing all this negative stuff about it. I watched it with an open mind, and holy cow, were they trying to make the worst movie of all time?
Yeah, I wish I had an open mind. I wish I'd have watched that with closed eyes. That was...
Yeah, there've been some misses, but I will tell you a funny story. So the other night I'm watching Fast and Furious 9, and my daughter comes home and she sits down and watches it with me. And I didn't really think about it until she brought it up, but it was starting to reach levels of ridiculousness by Fast and Furious 9. I mean, you had ludicrous
get to 9 of anything, and enough is enough.
Well, no. Even she pointed it out, right? So she goes, "Are you kidding me, Dad?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" There's a scene. I don't know if you guys watch Fast and Furious 9.
I have.
There's a scene where Ludacris and I forget his name.
Tyrese,
yeah, Gibson, right? They go into space.
Yeah.
And in a tricked out Pontiac Fiero.
With duct tape sealing everything.
Yeah. And then they look like minions because of the spacesuit. And I remember my daughter going, "Dad, how can you even watch this? I can't stand this movie." All right, 62 Lefty. I brought that up. The flying car from building to building, right?
Oh, this is good news. Dave said Noel was not on the character list. That was signed over to Sony.
Oh, that is good news.
So that is good news.
Yeah.
I would love to see Nolan.
I was wondering how that was going to work, since he's created post that deal, like how that shakes out.
And I think here's a general rule of thumb with these kinds of movies, right? And it happened too with oh God, the Bourne thing, the Jason Bourne stories, right? At least in Jason Bourne, there was the slightest groundwork for it. Fast and Furious, not at all. Once they start going with superhuman characters, you're out of ideas.
Well, here's the thing.
Like Idris Elba is like Superman in one of those movies, right? You're like, come on.
He's awesome. Now, here's the thing. You don't watch these Fast and Furious movies for like deep resonating storytelling, right? And so they do need to pump it up. But it has gone ridiculous. It was ridiculous before where they're using the electromagnetic pulse to pull all the cars.
Oh, yeah.
All this, like, it's ridiculous, that stuff. But it's given us some cool stuff. That being said, 9 was a problem. Like, they bring back Han, right? But they don't explain how. They just go, nice magic trick. There's nothing there. But the most unbelievable thing there, because every time those dudes were in space, I was just laughing. That's funny to me because it used to be a joke. This, it's Jump the Shark when they send a car to space, and then they literally did it. But the most unbelievable, crazy thing in that movie is when Charlize Theron walks up to John Cena and goes, I can tell by the way you look that you're Dom's brother. He looks nothing like.
I know.
So my daughter's there critiquing, going, why are you watching this, right? And I realized the draw for us. So I said, honey, I've watched the first one and pretty much all the way through. And, she's just looking at me like I'm crazy. Why am I watching this ridiculous? It had to be 3-4 times. She says, I can't stand this movie, Dad. and then I looked it up and I realized the reason I watch it, and I'll watch 10. Okay. I'm going to watch 10. All right. And I'm sitting there and I'm laughing at 9. I mean, they're laughing at themselves. That was the last scene when the Russian at the International Space Station, the cosmonaut, the woman, she says in Russian, as they're waving out of the side of the Fiero trying to get rescued, she goes, why do they look like minions? So even they're cracking jokes at it. Okay. And you built it out of a Fiero? Seriously, come on.
It's ridiculous.
That's product placement.
They put that thing on the back of a plane, fly it up into the sky, and then launch it into space. And then they fly through a satellite. They fly through a satellite. It blows up, but they're okay. Right?
Yeah, well, my daughter's like,
it's not okay.
My daughter's like, there's no way that thing's gonna go anywhere. That she goes, that massive jet engine on the roof will rip off. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, that actually is probably very logical and true. I said, but shush, you ruined it for me.
My favorite thing, dude. He's steering that thing. He's got the steering wheel going while they're in space, bro. Like, what good is that?
Like,
roll down the window. No.
So
Dave has a really good point though about how do you do Null without Venom? That's a Guardians of the Galaxy thing, right?
Or you get the idea that obviously Sony knows it's good for them to work with Marvel, right? It's very beneficial. They've made a lot of money together, and they did lay the seeds that the symbiote is now in the MCU from the end of No Way Home. Like there's a bit of it there, and through the multiverse. And since they established that Tom Hardy, Eddie Brock is from a different multiverse, that there's an Eddie Brock there.
I think, I think that there's also a possibility that somehow they left provisions with this when they worked out the whole Spider-Man issue. I mean, why would you, any company just logically, why would you want to have the same negotiation for yet another property when you're already negotiating this one? And if you haven't come to an agreement, at least that should set the framework of what it should look like, I would think, because nobody wants to keep paying billable hours to attorneys to hammer this out, so I would think that if they could hammer out Spider-Man, then they'll be able to do that. But my point about Fast and Furious is I figured out because my daughter forced me.
The Topher Grace return.
Yeah, right. My daughter forced me to have to re-examine why I'm still watching it. I said, you know what? It's been around now over 20 some years. Right? I think the first one came out in 2001 or something.
You tell you more attached to the movies than you are to her.
And I said, everything you're saying is right, but I've invested 20 years of my life in this movie series. I can't get around it at this point.
It's just big dumb fun. Just big dumb fun.
Well, I realize how far it's departed from its original roots, right? They were pretty much just racers and whatever else. But
do you remember what they were boosting in the first film? If you remember,
$130. It was nothing.
Yeah.
they were boosting in the original film. They were
$130.
No, we're talking about Fast and Furious 9 and the ridiculousness of going to space in a Pontiac Fiero.
That would jump the shark and the earth.
They jumped the shark. They jumped the
That's
building.
quite a jump.
They
They jumped that cliff.
But I'm still watching 10.
To put it in a context, in the very first Fast and Furious movie, they're stealing in one scene DVD, like video. They're like TV VCR combos, is what it is, or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, think about that. That's how long that franchise has been going.
I gotta tell you, I still watch the beginning to end.
Look at that.
This will be on Monday's show.
Nice.
Whoa.
This will be on Monday's show.
Nice.
This will be on Monday's show.
Oh, wow.
This will be on Monday's show.
Oh,
and much, much more.
Bringing some vintage in just in time for the Doctor Strange movie.
Yep, we're going to do a video so that you can pop it onto your channel and we can get a nice, large audience to grow with all the cool shows that you, Rex, John, JD put together. And, sometimes, Kyle, we show it one more time.
Nice.
That's awesome. They look clean too, man.
They're not even cleaned and pressed. So if you buy them, you can get them cleaned and pressed.
That's what I was thinking. This is the kind of thing that you invest in and then you get a nice return. You get the thing cleaned, pressed, slabbed, graded, whatever.
No, read them. And get them slabbed, but read them first.
And we'll send you a can of Spam.
No Spam. Look at John, claim defenders.
Gotta wait until next Monday, my friend.
Me.
Those look great. Those are amazing. That's cool.
So, all right. Let's see. What should we do next, guys? What do you guys?
The large men, they are. They look. I was kind of peeking at them a little bit. Those are. They're nice and clean. Those books are nice and clean.
All right. Let's do another signed book. So we have Countdown to Infinite Crisis #1, signed by Michael Baer. And we have one available for $19.38. Your Action Comics #1 hit.
We've talked about this before. I love this book. I love Infinite Crisis. And it's so cool to see Jim Lee pencils with Alex Ross painting over them. That's awesome.
Yeah. I have to agree with that.
It's like the very first time I saw this cover, it's like I had trouble like processing what I was seeing. You know what I mean? And I initially I looked at this and it was almost like looking at a 3D image without the 3D glasses. I'm like, what am I looking at? And then like my comics brain kicks in and says, that's Jim Lee pencils and Alex Ross. And I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? And it's just
it's amazing, isn't it?
I'd like to see more collaborations like that. Wouldn't that be cool to see him like paint over a Todd McFarlane Spawn?
It would be
something
super
like
cool,
yeah.
But I don't know what the odds are that you can see something like that. But
not everybody has $1.8 million to get Alex to pick up the phone.
Yeah, that's true too. That is definitely true as well, my friend.
That being said, I'm so ready for his Fantastic Four graphic novel to drop from Abrams. I think it's Abrams. Right? Yeah, like August. I think it's August, but
it might be August. When John
Spilios is claiming it.
That's a really nice book,
John,
man.
I got you, buddy.
That was quick pickup for John. That was good. But
holy
cow, man.
All right, you got it, John. I got you now, buddy. All right, so let's do let's do what time is it? All right, let's do one more. What's that?
I said we got time for one more.
All right, let's do a CCA. The Mighty Thor #1 with Beta Ray Bill. Cover sketch art by Ken Hazer.
That's great. Wow.
Yeah.
Suggested retail of $79.99. We have one for $46 for number 46. It is limited edition, 46 out of 499, and we have one available for $46.
He's using some kind of like dry brush watercolory type thing, almost like ink wash almost type thing for that background with the lightning coming
that's
through.
What I'm trying to figure out what he's doing there.
And with the color fade, it just adds this really cool effect to it. And then the detail in the beta, that's freaking awesome.
Well, I mean, Lars Man's taking it. You got it, Lars Man.
I think on my end, it looks like Spilio was first.
Oh, wait. Sorry. John Spilios got it. Sorry about that, Lars Man.
What do you get? Oh, the Thor. That's beautiful.
We were just talking about that, Lars Man. The background ink wash process that Ken used.
Did he draw that 499 times?
No. Actually, our deal with him on this was that he had to make 499 of them, And so that it doesn't get missed, we numbered these, which we rarely do. But with the Thor movie, Love and Thunder, hitting in July, we want lots of these because we want these and we want better. And we want Throg too, Thor Frog. But
nice.
Ronald, on Wednesday, we're going to have something Hildebrandt related. So just wanted to give you a teaser for Wednesday.
Wow.
Mr. My wife's going to shoot me, tase me. Oh, by the way, it's Dueling Dealers. Let me spend $1,200.
What? Maybe she's at the store or something.
Yeah. Well, his response to that was, what she doesn't know won't hurt me.
I've been there. I mean, you know what? That's the story of my life.
All right. You know what?
I say they can use it in court. Just watch the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial.
Years ago, there was a Gran Torino in my parking lot for 8 months that my wife thought was, we're keeping it for a friend.
How did you figure it out? Did she accidentally get the
I sold the
insurance
car.
bill?
I sold the car.
Oh my god!
And she's like, "What happened?" And I at some point I had to tell her because she's going to see money in the bank, and I'm like, "Well, what happened was
I was holding it for somebody, the next person who bought it."
You know what? I should have said that.
Yeah.
So Ron says, Nick, stop talking me up so loud. Oh, too funny. All right. So looks like we got about a minute before the break, and then when we come back, we'll
Beta Ray eyebrows are not necessary.
Exactly.
Eyebrows are overrated, man.
I don't know if Beta Ray Bill has eyebrows, to be honest with you. I don't know. I have to think.
Horse crocodile skeleton thing or whatever.
He's some kind of thing. He's cool, is what he is.
I'd like to see. I guess if they did Beta Ray Bill in a movie, it's got to be CGI, right?
Hey, Chamorro. Hey, listen, buddy. You won a contest a while back, and for whatever reason, I don't have your address. So if you could, and at a certain point, JD's going to fill out or
I got his address. I can send it to you, Rex.
Oh, perfect.
Sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great. What's the Red Sonja book? I don't know. Let me see which one.
Real quick. This definitely will be my last appearance.
Oh my goodness!
Now this will break my heart on a lot of levels if it sells, because everybody knows how much I love Daredevil and Submariner.
You're going to sell Submariner in orange shorts?
Ooh.
That's orange shorts.
It's the green on Doctor Strange changing the color of the shorts. I never noticed. I was never looking at his package, but thanks for pointing out, John.
All right, here we go. Somebody asked about the Red Sonja, so we'll do that real quick and go to our next break.
Okay.
So, Red Sonja number 8, Sozomaka, virgin cover, suggested retail 50, and we have one available for 40. So that's got to be the Red Sonja that you are referring to.
Yeah, and that's
Lars Man is claim Aquaman short.
You know what? I would like to see some other publishers jump into this variant thing.
Wait.
I say this all the time.
Give me 1 second, though. John Spilios, I'm going to assume Fantastic Four number 587 signed by Joe Quesada for $75. I'm going to put you down for that, buddy. Just
thank you, Dave. Sozo Micah. He might phonetically for you.
I wonder if John's talking about the Fantastic Four that Nick just showed. If he's just being funny.
Oh, he might be. He might be.
Though you should get that signed, Joey Q.
Fantastic. Yeah, let us know, John Spilios, if you were talking about the one Nick was showing, or if you were talking about the one we had with signed by Joe Quesada. All right. So, all right, and then it's time for
our break.
So stay with us. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
Thanks for tuning into The Experience. Help us out and hit subscribe over on YouTube and click the bell when you do. Need some help? Scan the QR code in the bottom corner. Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere The Experience is all the time.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit comicshoplocator.com to find a store near you.
You're watching The Experience Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Last thing.
And I'm back.
I feel like Columbo.
I'm back.
I feel like Columbo. One more thing. All right. We didn't prep for tonight. We're at 7:00. So Wednesday, we will have 3 giveaways. So I would say tune in on Wednesday for 3 giveaways, and they will be cool pieces. Then on Monday, we'll give away some cool stuff with Robbie. But this Wednesday, there will be 3 giveaways. And Robbie will send you a separate commercial with the giveaways for Monday so that you can run that on your channel too.
Nice. I'm there for
it. By the way, special thanks to everybody who was in on Friday watching the original art experience. And again, John, I can't wait. John's going to take a picture of him with the Punisher art.
Nice.
So like I said, John has asked us for a while, and we still haven't gotten any Punisher in. So I went out and got one of the first projects Derek Robertson and Garth Ennis worked on together, Punisher Born #1,
wow.
Page 1 splash. So John's wife is the opposite of somebody else's wife, who I can't mention because I keep getting him in trouble, where his wife actually was happy that John was happy.
That's one of my favorite Punisher books is Punisher Born. I love that book.
It's one of the best ones, and it's either the first or second time Garth and Derek worked together.
Yeah,
because Nick Fury was the other one, and that's what led to the boys.
Does kids do anything else that we know?
Yeah, really. So I'm like sitting here. I was like, you know what? It's my mom's birthday. It was her 75th birthday, and I just thought, I need to do this.
That's nice.
By the way, one last thing. On Friday, we're going to have 5 pieces of art for $75. We're closing out my mom's birthday with 5.
Wow.
We're closing out April with that. But tonight, Rex and John got a lot of stuff, so you guys got to stop allowing me to interrupt you. Otherwise, I'm going to eat that spam.
John,
the alarm system.
John, lock that door.
Lock
the door.
Don't worry, Nick. We interrupt ourselves enough, right?
You don't keep talking. That's not bad.
I'm kidding.
Is it time for a recap, Rex?
You know what? Thank you, Robbie. I think it is.
Recap. We've done 2 books. And 9. Does Nick have to jump back in 9 times to recap that?
Probably.
Oh wait, just one more thing.
Probably. All right. Now he's gonna run to the door. We're here outside. Dynamite 10-back reader set. As always, just retail 40, and we have it for 5. So Ron goes, so tonight we all just chop liver? No, spam, Ron. Chop spam.
Chopped spam.
All right. So John claimed the next one. Best offer. So Vengeance of Vampirella #5, CGC graded 9.8, Ben Oliver cover. It suggested retail of $89.99. It is a best offer book, and John Spilios is currently in the lead at 30. Then we did Mighty Thor #700. Signed by Walt Simonson, suggested retail of $69.99, signed in silver. It is a best offer book starting at 1962, and where Rupenstein is currently in the lead at $19.62, and it is #1 of 5. Nice. Let's see. Then we had and John Spilios. Let me know. I have you down for Fantastic Four #587, signed by Joe Quesada, for $75, but you may have been referring to the FF that Nick showed. So if that's the case, please let me know. So let's see. So Thor.
Larsman's got an offer on Thor for $25.
Yep.
Nice.
Let me see. Which Thor are we looking at here? Let me see.
We just recapped the Walt Simonson one, right? Yeah.
Lars, man.
That's great.
Got it.
I don't think that dude's doing cons at all anymore. So,
what's that?
I wonder what that's like. John Spilios just said my wife was happy for me.
All right. So got it. Fantastic. Fantastic Four number 587. Joe Quesada is going to John Spilios. Gotcha, John.
Nice.
All right. And then where did I leave off? Did I finish? No, I didn't. Then we had, John Spilios took that one, and he took that one. King in Black, number 3, signed by Ryan Stegman. Suggested retail of $69.99. It is a buy it now book for 5-star at $50. It is number 7 of 30. And it is signed in silver, so that is still available. And then we did Art Germ Vampirella Underworld variant collectible bust, just retail of $189.99. It is a best offer statue of the night, starting at $50.
Ron bids 30 on the signed Thor.
Got you, Ron.
Man, I really like this statue.
I do too.
All right, got you, Ron, down for 30 on the Mighty Thor number 700. All right, and
has nobody bid on that Vampirella statue yet?
Nobody has bid on the Vampirella statue.
Come on, y'all. This is the Death of Optimus Prime variant of Vampirella. Come on, y'all.
All right, so then we got Red.
This might be one of these things where I'm like Ronald, and I wait, and then finally at like 7:45, I'm like, really? Nobody wants this?
So Red Sonja number 8, Sozo Maika, virgin cover.
Oh, getting better. Sound it out.
It's just a retail of $50. We have one available for $40. And then we did the Alien number 1 signed with cover sketch art by Ken Hazer in silver paint pen.
Man.
And we have one available for $79.
Makes my congested heart pitter patter.
There you go.
That's a great book.
And it is in honor of Aliens Day, which is tomorrow, which I did not know until today. It was the first time I knew that. I'm actually a huge fan of the Aliens franchise. Well, I'm really a huge fan of 1 and 2. That it starts to.
Let's not even get. I mean, 3 is good. Okay, I defend 3. I'm an Alien cubed apologist. Let's just say that. But all Resurrection, come on, man. I don't know what that is.
All right, so John.
Oh, see, that had Ron Perlman. I almost give anything with Ron Perlman a pass.
Yeah, but then like, Ripley's clone. She's playing basketball with the music like.
It's terrible, so but it's Ron Perlman, and I don't know. I just love Hellboy. I can't.
John Spilios, I got you down for the Red Sonja number 8 virgin cover, so you're good there. I say 3 became more cerebral, so I like the first 3 because each one kind of jumped into a different genre. So the first one was straight up suspense, kind of horror. 2 became sci-fi action. And then 3, I think got a little cerebral.
I've actually read some stuff. Like if I have I think it's Alien Quadrilogy or whatever. It's like 71 DVDs with like every extra they could find.
Right.
And somewhere in there, they talk about they wanted to sort of gear down where number 1 is sort of the nice edge of, is it horror or is it sci-fi?
Right.
Right. Number 2, like you point out, number 2 is a cleaner version of Starship Troopers. You shoot anything with more than 2 legs.
Yeah.
But they wanted to try to rein it in, right? Plus you're looking at the time frame, right? Alien comes out and the time frame is suspense is really a thing. When you get to Aliens, it's the 80s. And I just want to see machine guns and monsters getting shot. When you get to Alien 3, people are kind of tired of that. And they're looking to sort of, gear back down. But for some reason, maybe the Alien franchise audience is behind the curve. It's just, Ripley with a shaved head and, Rock. It's just, none of it worked.
I have to admit, I was very disappointed when when Disney eliminated the Great Studio ride. And they replaced it with, and we went out, my daughter and I, last time we were at Disney. I forget. It was like a Mickey Mouse thing, and it was a really cool ride, and one of those new ones where it's trackless, So it was a very cool ride, but I really missed the Great Movie Ride. There was a nostalgia there.
Well, it's a giant sort of. It's almost like you're in a row of theater seats,
right? And the theater moves.
You're kind of, you know what I mean. You're moving around a little bit, and I think things like that are just considered. Everything is like about. When they have to allocate funds, how are we going to get the return on this investment, right? And I think I think subtle stuff doesn't play nearly as well as we're going to strap people in and whip them around insanely.
Well, I understand. I think it was probably more so that the generations of people coming, some of these movies are lost on them. oh yeah, I heard about that movie, but for me, it's like Ripley and the Alien, dropping from the ceiling of the old ride, the Wicked Witch of the West, it was just, there was a lot of nostalgia. So I missed that ride. I mean, I like the new ride, but it doesn't, it's a cool ride. It definitely is. The trackless technology is so cool. The way it's just sliding across. But, it was a fun ride, but it didn't grab me in the same way, so, but let's see, 62 Lefty says Alien 3 and 4 had way too much studio interference for both directors. I remember reading that as well. So, yeah I mean,
and they have other, like, there's supposed to be like a director's cut of 3, but I think Fincher's like, that's not my director's cut, but I still like 3. And I appreciate that John did the Rock reference.
It's not Nick, it's just me, okay?
See, I locked the door, but Amy has the key. The alarm system recognizes her for everything.
You thought that was going to stop me?
Oh, show up.
Nick didn't want to come in again, so he's sending Amy, I can tell.
Yes,
you can already tell.
Because there's so much more stuff we wanted to show everybody.
Why
don't we just sell the books today?
If only, but I mean, sneak peeks are fun too. But I mean, he kept going on about Doctor Strange and Defenders. He didn't talk about, like, we're also going to have Star Wars available for May the 4th and some really cool Moon Knight books. How about this one?
Bruh, that Star Wars looked like a newsstand too. That Moon Knight's a newsstand.
And we got Doctor Strange featuring Namor. Nick loves Namor. And even a Moon Knight and Daredevil. Nice. How cool is that one?
I really like that.
Dave says, time to get the show back on track. Oh, Dave,
we get nothing tonight. Nothing. It's the meme.
It's the preview only, but again, we're just so excited to show you guys.
Gonna be some good stuff coming up.
All right. What have we not sold yet? What have we not sold yet?
Oh, okay. Now people be excited.
All right, boy. Daredevil. Hey, I still only had I haven't even eaten the other veggie sandwich. The Daredevil 25. That's $300. Tell you what, tonight we'll make it $150. And yes, those are old school Marvel 70s and 80s Star Wars. Although I am a little miffed that I was going to keep the Doctor Strange number 2 and the Moon Knight number 13, but now I can't. All right, what else do we still have?
This book is in amazing condition, by the way.
Daredevil number 25. Great. Daredevil number 25, second printing variant, cover signed by Frank Miller. Suggested retail of $299.99. What did you say, Nick?
I said instead of the $181, we'll do $150. We'll do half price.
Oh, nice.
So signature Frank Miller available tonight for $150.
All right.
Wow.
What's another book that didn't? And remember, you guys can do payment plan. Yeah, really. If Amy didn't come in here, I was not going to come in again. But we need to move some of this. I want Dave happy too. What's next?
Guys, I could have taken care of all these, but he just had to come back.
Door was open.
The camera.
I love it. John's got the Daredevil.
John got the Daredevil.
All right, John. You got it, buddy.
What else do we have?
All right.
Who's the Taskmaster?
Did he buy the Draculina? Okay, Taskmaster.
That Taskmaster looks beautiful.
Yeah, that Taskmaster is nice. That's why I was like, Taskmaster.
I think the Red Sonja sold, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to say maybe John Stilios bought it. I'm not 100%.
I think John did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. So, Avengers number 1 signed and cover sketch art with a Taskmaster sketch by Ken Hazer. Suggested retail for $89.99, and we were going to do it for $63.
I can't knock too much off of this. I'll do $59.99. So we'll adjust that to $59.99.
Nice.
Dwayne's right. Taskmaster doesn't have any eyebrows either.
Oh my God, the eyebrows thing.
I'm
going to draw eyebrows on spam and call it a night. Bye, everybody.
All right. King in Black number 3 signed by Ryan Stegman. Just retail $69.99, and we have it at $50.
Let's do it at $40. And Ronald claimed the Taskmaster.
Nice.
All right, Ron.
So King in Black is now $40. Here you go, Amy. Now the whole team's here. It's a 6-star event. We got JD, Robbie. All right, 5-star event. You got John, Rex, Amy, JD, Robbie, and me
Is
thrown.
Mariano still here?
No. What else is next? All right, so 40. Show the King in Black one more time. There we go. What else we got?
Let's see.
And yeah, the King in Black is only 30 in the world.
We haven't done the Batman Who Laughs CGC graded one yet.
Right. Batman Who Laughs, #1, CGC graded 9.8. Suggested retail $89.99. It is 5-star at 50.
And the Gen is a cherry on top. You got to pop that up. And the Gen, we got a cherry on top. So what did we do that one at?
50.
50. Let's bring it down to. We'll do 45. We'll do 45. All right. What else?
Let's see.
You know what? The 2 Alien CGC graded we were going to do for 79 each, right?
Correct.
We'll do them at 65 each.
All right. So we have Alien #1, 65. You said.
Yep. We'll do 65 each instead of 79.
So Alien #1, Gleason variant, cover CGC graded 9.6. Suggested retail of $89.99, and we have it tonight for 65.
Yep, we were going to do 79. Now we're going to do 65.
All right, Lars Man is claiming the Batman. You got it, Lars Man.
Man,
Such a good cover, right, John?
That's
Oh my
a great cover.
Let's see. Then
I always preface these things where I'm not the biggest fan of the Alien franchise. Apparently, I am because I like all the covers.
Oh, yeah. So 65 each. Remember, we're going to do these at 79 each. So we're going to do, and if somebody buys both, I tell you what, this is what I'm going to do. If somebody buys both or 2 people buy one each, I'll drop it to 60. So that's 30%, 33% off. Wow. If only one sells at 65, if someone buys both, it's 120, or if 2 different people buy one each, it'll be 60 each.
The second one is Alien #1, Momoko variant. Variant cover, CGC graded 9.6.
Oh, yeah, that Momoko is really sweet, too.
Wow.
Ronald, next week, hopefully we'll have the CCA with Daredevil. We first got to fill the orders from the other day. All right, what else do we have? All right, get your claim finger ready. Have we shown Infinite Crisis yet?
Yeah, that's already gone.
It's gone.
Oh, put the sold on there. Okay, I was going to knock another $2 off because I think we had that at 19, but that's sold. So what else we got? What about the Thor 700?
If you were going to do that, why don't you do that? Because John claimed it at 1938. But if you were going to do
all right, 1738, John, you get $2 off.
All right, there you go. All right, let's see.
Did the Jason Aaron Thor by Walt Simonson sell yet?
Yeah, that is a best offer item, and Ron is in the lead at 30.
Oh, that's good. That's cheap. That's good. Punisher CCA soon, John. Soon, I promise. We were supposed to have him this month. But Ken's been really working his tushy off on other stuff.
Does this mean my Green Hornet CCA gets pushed back again?
You already got a Green Hornet CCA. You got to buy legendary Joe Rubenstein.
I did. I love that.
All right. So now we have Fantastic Four #24, second printing variant, signed by Donnie Cates.
That's a beautiful issue. That Silver Surfer image is great. What do we got it
at? Suggested retail of $89.99. We have it at 50.
Why don't we do that at 45? We'll do it at half price. What else sold?
Let's see. The Spider-Man #55, 9.8 has sold.
I billed $1 bajillion for the spam. Nice. All right. What else has sold? Oh wait. Okay. So now. What about the other Vampirella? What about the Vampirella CGC graded?
The Vampirella CGC graded is a best offer item, and John Spilios is in the lead at 30.
Nice. Let's see. The Alien CCA. Anybody pick that up?
Let's see. No one has picked that up.
All right. That's pretty detailed. Almost as detailed as the one we did on Friday. Why don't we bring that down to $69.99? So instead of it, now check it out. It's silver, which, never mind. I keep forgetting. I don't need to do that. So we'll do that at $69.99. Anything else sell out? The Casada, I guess we're all caught up then.
You know what this cover reminds me of? The scene where an alien
look at JD. $2 bajillion.
$2 bajillion. when Alien gets blasted out of an airlock and you see it kind of like screaming in space with like the stars behind it,
Right.
But nobody heard it scream.
but nobody heard it scream. That's exactly what that is. It's almost like a snapshot of the end of the movie where she blasts the thing out into space. That's
What was the price on the Taskmaster?
The Taskmaster. Let me see.
JD said.
$59.99, Ron.
All right. And Ron's the one who picked it up. All right. All right. I will stop interrupting you guys. Amy's fault for coming in and showing. This is, though.
You know what?
This is a really classic Moon Knight cover. And again, look at this. 35-cent newsstand Star Wars. Amy really helped pick some great items.
That's
Even
awesome.
Look at that there.
I like that. That's very cool.
Great job picking these, Amy. Especially the Daredevil. If anybody wants to buy me the Daredevil on Monday, Moon Knight with Daredevil, I won't turn you down. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Adrian will pay $9 bajillion.
Wow, man, people really dig it spam. Who knew?
Right? Our mascot. That's right. Amy is teasing you guys. It's not a tease. It's a first look.
It's a preview.
It's a first look. And this way, you guys will be ready for Monday. Don't go to anybody else's claim shows except for ours.
Oh, yikes.
It's going to be a big Monday, a magnificent Monday. And
you know what?
Nick's going to go work on that spam sponsorship, right?
You should auction the spam for charity. Maybe we'll do that on Wednesday. One last thing. The Fantastic Four, what number is that? Now the Mighty Thor 700, I can't at $30 is a steal. That's number 1 of 5.
So the Fantastic Four is number 24.
Right. And
second printing variant signed by Donny Cates.
And what number is it in the mintage?
6 of 24.
So it's 6 of 24. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop it to 40 for Fantastic Four. That's it. I am really done, guys. Love you. See you Wednesday. Otherwise, Amy's going to kill me because we got a lot of stuff to do.
Very cool.
All right. Let's see. That Doctor Strange 2 comic has a Green Lantern.
Oh, I'm going to have to cut that open and read it now. I'm completely justified.
So, JD is saying we should auction spam for charity. Which charity? People with high blood pressure. Let's see. Can you imagine? Adrian says
commercial. We gotta maybe get a call in for a sponsorship.
We should, right?
We're doing more
stuff, man.
Doing more for
real
spam than the dump cake. Lately.
Yeah,
we are
we'll just take all the different varieties. We'll just take all the different varieties of spam. They don't even have to pay us.
Smoked hickory one, and I'm like,
smoked hickory one.
I want to try that jalapeno spam. That's what I want to try. I haven't seen
that.
it.
I've actually tried.
John is claiming the FF signed by Donny Cates. Gotcha, John.
John's going ham tonight. I mean, my bad. John's going spam tonight.
There you go. There you go. Get it right. Come on now. Awesome. You got it, buddy. Sponsor a spam. Hashtag sponsor a spam.
Seriously, no, the jalapeno spam I bought, I threw it in a blender, pulverized it with some mayonnaise, and turned it into a spread. And
really?
Yeah.
I never tried. I never even thought of.
I thought you were about to say you made a protein shake or something. I was like, why is he throwing spam in a blender?
No.
That'll go down.
Almond milk and some spam.
No, I mean, people used to do stuff like that way back then. One of my Twitter friends has like these cocktail party tips from the 60s, like how to do stuff. And one of the things was grab a can of spam, cut it up, throw it in a blender, add a little mayo, mustard relish, or whatever, take it for a blitz, and spread it on a cracker.
That sounds really good.
It's a can of spam. Like, there's no reason to not try this. I did, and I was like, this is pretty good.
I think Spilio just said he's drunk. I think we should throw out as many books as we can right now.
This is Amazing Fantasy 15.
Don't mind the cover. A vodka and Crystal Light lemonade. Oh my God. Yep, I got them. Yeah, I got them down.
We used to make smoothies that way. You take Crystal Light, you put it in a blend in a freezer tray.
Right.
You take the ice cubes out the next day. You throw them in the blender with vodka, and you blitz it. You get sort of like this alcoholic,
slushy.
Slushy, yeah.
Lars, man, I ordered a lot of stuff on pain meds and rye whiskey. Too funny. Oh, that is hilarious. So to bring us to segue into the next last half hour, we had a Robbie show on Friday, and I got to admit, he had an interesting topic. It was a little bit, Josh, I'll get to Draculina right after this. We'll go into the break with the Draculina. And he had an interesting topic. It was about Netflix and streaming. And I'm reading more and more, man. They're in deep poo-poo.
Yeah. But don't worry, they're just gonna blame the subscribers.
Oh yeah. All right. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But all right, I want to get this out for Josh Went. Draculina number 3, Colleen Turner Virgin cover. It's just retail 50, and we have one available for 40 tonight. All right.
So, I can't wait to go home and read Draculina.
We call this the Hips Don't Lie variant.
Right? I got to tell you, I mean, I talked to, I think, John about this. First issue of Draculina did not hit quite as fast as the first issue of Nick's did.
Right.
But this is really caught on. We've got this comes out on Wednesday. This book really caught on like in a hurry. We had a thing where Christopher Priest was talking about the dynamic between Draculina and Katie. And,
all right. So John Spilios.
Yeah, this is
after drinking his vodka and lemonade.
And go find Rachel Holland on social media because she's going to be doing like a Draculina cosplay.
Gotcha, John. He Who Remains. What's going on, buddy? Thanks for joining us. What slabs are available? Let me look, my friend.
Are they all not?
Oh, there are none.
Yeah, I think
I'm
they're all
sorry,
gone,
buddy.
right?
Yeah, all 3 are gone, my friend. I apologize. So let me see. Oh, we're at 7:28, so we're going to go to our last and final break. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Talk a little bit about the topic Robbie did on Friday. We'll do a recap of
like a prize or something you got to do.
Yes, and then there's a prize for drawing. Whoever entered the chat on the show on Friday will be eligible for a drawing today. Let's see.
Josh, you're right. Christopher Priest, the thing with Draculina, I'm really liking this. Draculina comes out on Wednesday along with a few other books. We'll mention those when we come back too. But Draculina in particular is sort of like, we talked about this before. I was like, Nick's has really hit the thing. Draculina, I think, took a little bit more work, but man, has it really paid off.
All right. So when we get back, we will do right off the bat, we'll do a quick recap of the best offer items so everybody can get their best offers in. And then we'll do a full recap as well when we get back. So stay with us. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
This is The Experience.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hey there, hi there, ho there. You're as welcome as can be.
Hi, I'm Nancy McCann. Welcome to Friday Night Live on The Experience.
Welcome, everybody. It's Fat Jack's Comic Crypt. Brendan, Al, Jason, hanging out.
There I am. Welcome back to Kicking It with Henry, folks. I am your host, Henry Kumpa. It's great to be here with you guys.
So we are going to talk about books that are in stores this week.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Mishmash.
Hello, and welcome to the Black Comics Universe, presented by Peep Game Comics.
And you gotta love it that the first people in the minute to skim it are creators.
Up, everybody! Welcome to another Wednesday Warriors. My name is Joey Galvez, and this is my pal Ambrosia.
Hey, everybody! Welcome to Space Cadet.
Hey!
What's up?
Welcome, everyone, for another episode of I Must Ask You a Question.
Hi, everybody! Welcome to Nerd News Now.
Hey, this is Rex. Welcome to Comic Collectables.
Hey, hello, all you happy people. Welcome to the Dan Wickline Show.
Hi, everybody, and welcome. This is the crazy show that we do on Thursdays called What's in the Box? What's in the Box?
Comic culture and sales. Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
Hey, and we're back. All right, so He Who Remains. So I guess you've been following Nick in the chats there. So we did have, I was incorrect. We did have the 2 Alien slab books. Alien #1, the Gleason variant, CGC graded 9.6. Suggested retail of $89.99, and we have it at $65. And then Alien #1 Momoko variant cover. Variant cover, CGC graded 9.6, also for $65. But if one person or 2 people take both books, then the overall price will be $60 a piece instead of $65.
And we are getting close to a complete sellout like we did last week, right? So,
yeah. So I have to mention that the other CGC that I thought was sold, but is actually a best offer. So it's Vengeance of Vampirella #5, CGC graded, guaranteed 9.8, Ben Oliver cover, suggested retail of $89.99. It is a best offer book starting at $30. And John Spillions. Okay, John, gotcha, buddy. So I'm assuming you mean both. If I am incorrect, please let me know. All right, so going back to that one, John Spilios is currently in the lead at 30. Let's see. And then we had Mighty Thor #700, signed by Walt Simonson. And it is a best offer book. And currently Ron is in the lead at 30. All right, let me see. What else did we have that was best offer? And then we had the best offer statue of the night, Art Germ Vampirella Underworld variant collectible bust. Suggested retail of $89.99. It is a best offer statue starting at $50.
And nobody's bid on that yet still.
No, that'll be the first time a statue didn't get a bid, which would be a little weird.
Because if it doesn't at the end, me and John are going to be going at it for it probably.
Yeah, I was going to say, generally I try. When we first started doing this, I picked up some stuff, and it almost seemed unfair.
Well,
I'll
tell you what, you guys can bid on it. Just when the show's over, bid on it through email. Which means, Robbie, you're probably going to win.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I like it.
All right, so then we can do. No, I got you, Adrian. No worries, buddy. Rupin
there we go.
50 on the statue. All right, buddy. We got you. Rupin's.
All right, too rich for my blood. I fold.
Go to a gajillion. All right. So
we're close. What else do we got?
Let me see.
I'm both blocking the camera now, aren't I?
You know what? We have a book that we didn't cover yet. Barbarella #9, Derek Chu, Ultraviolet Virgin cover.
Oh, wow.
Suggested retail of $50. We have one available for $40 tonight.
That color is
insane.
That color is wild, isn't it? That's so cool. That's like some cyberpunk futuristic rave looking stuff. Like, that's cool.
I had talked a little bit about this on Twitter today. There is nobody close to Dynamite Dynamic Forces when it comes to these kinds of covers. I would actually almost love to see someone else jump into the game. Nobody's doing ultraviolet covers. Nobody's doing metal covers. It's just nobody is doing regular cosplay covers. Nobody is doing top books with 5 and 6 different artists.
Right. All right. So John is going to claim Barbarella. Gotcha, John.
Nice.
All right. So that is gone. All right. So, and He Who Remains. Oh, you know what? We've got one more that we should do. And then I think that covers every item.
I got to tell you, you know what this reminds me of? This almost reminds me of that Silver Age color palette they used to have for Brainiac 5.
Oh.
Pink, green, you know what I mean? It's just good stuff.
All right. So we have Vampirella, Dracula Unholy, number 5, Rose Besh Virgin cover. Suggested retail of $50, and we have one available for $40.
Gorgeous.
John Spilios, I should never drink on Mondays.
That's you should definitely drink next Monday when we have all that cool vintage stuff.
I know, right?
The composition on this cover is amazing. Like, I love the composition here. This is really nice.
We talk about this all the time. Everything we see from Rose Besh gets better. I think she has maybe Draculina this week. A Draculina cover this week. I tweeted some of this stuff out earlier today. Just like the acceleration curve. Like the more she does, the better she gets.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just it's incredible work.
I'll tell you this: Draculina and Vampirella Dracula Unholy are selling incredibly well at our shop.
All
They're
right.
outselling some of the core Dynamite books that we are always confident in numbers. They're beating it. They're doing really, really well.
Yeah.
All right, so John Spilios has claimed the Vampirella.
Well, we talked about this a little bit before. There wasn't really anyone doing like serialized episodic superhero horror. You know what I mean? We talked about this before. And then Dynamite jumps in with Vampirella.
Stay up there.
Okay. You want to just...
All right, so for He Who Remains, we have, since you got here late and most of the CGCs were kind of gone, Nick wanted to throw this and offer it up to all the viewers. So we have Captain Harlock 9.8, number 1. Okay, suggested retail of $89.99. And then we have
I see somebody's gonna jump on this.
Catwoman, guaranteed CGC graded 9.8. Also available and suggested retail of $89.99, and both of them are going to be $59.99 tonight.
Wow.
Very cool. That's a great Joelle Jones cover on the Catwoman. And what was the other one? What was the first one?
Captain Harlock.
Oh, yeah. Now, so that's like, I guess, because I did a review on that and I felt lost. And then I heard from people, and I know my buddy Joe Corallo is a big fan of that book, but isn't that based on like an old anime or manga or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, should we do...
John, they've been my favorite publisher at this for a while,
Well, Adrian, if you wanted it here, buddy, let us know. So, Robbie, should we do the drawing?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So tonight we have another metal cover to give away. This one is...
someone in the chat has Captain Harlock books on his desk, but I won't say who.
So this is this... You'll know better than I do.
You know what? I can't tell who this is because of the metal cover.
Did you just dump John on a Dynamite cover artist?
It really did? No, the metal covers messed me up a little bit.
Put it up to the screen and maybe people will know what it is.
I was going to say, hey, if somebody else can do this better than me, God bless.
So is it Vincent Price meets Vampirella, maybe?
No, that doesn't come till next year.
Just
This
beard.
is Vampirella. This is Vampirella
Unholy?
Dracula. This is the wedding thing.
Oh, Vampirella Dracula. That's it.
That's a cool cover.
That's a very cool cover.
Virgin metal cover. So that's going to be the prize for the evening.
Nice. So
I
we're
win.
drawing from the commenters on the video we did about Netflix. And real quick, I just want to share this with y'all because you know me. I'm a big Fantastic Four fan. And Kevin Eastman did a Thing cover, and I got him to sign it. So I thought that was cool.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if you guys have seen his Thing cover, but how cool is that? Kevin Eastman in that turtle
Vampirella
style.
Dracula number 1. You're right, Triple B. Thank you.
All right. So let's
All right.
spin Rockin' Robbie's revolutionary Wheel of Ridiculousness. And the winner is Taki616, who says, "Station, Netflix will be fine. They will also merge with a mobile phone carrier and buy a few smaller streaming services, which may be part of their game is to swallow up some other competition, right, in the long run." But Taki616, he's a friend of our show for sure, Rex, so I will reach out to him and get the address for you, buddy.
Fantastic, buddy. All right, so congratulations, Taki616. I sort of disagree with his comment in the sense that they still got the content problem. With the properties kind of flying off their streaming service, they're going to have a problem. I mean, ultimately, this is still about content. We're there to watch stuff. And if you don't have the stuff that we want to watch, it's going to be hard for us to watch.
I think it's more likely to see somebody like Disney swallow up Netflix.
That conceivably could happen. Yeah, that I could see happening.
I talked about one other time when essentially before Disney Plus, Netflix was the home of all the sort of Marvel movies, right? And there was talk then about some sort of arrangement, merger, whatever you want to call it, between Disney and Netflix. And then that fell apart because I think Disney realized, what do we need Netflix for?
Just build our own.
Every 10 things that Netflix drops that's new, 9 of them I have no interest in. They are now asking people for $20 a month.
Yeah.
And they're threatening people who, how dare you share your password with someone else when people are out of work, they're getting underpaid, all this other stuff. Netflix isn't doing a whole lot to endear itself to the crowd.
Right.
Meanwhile,
one thing that Josh just pointed out is, or Adrian, that they do have some IPs. Like Disney could see potential in Stranger Things, wind up getting that out from under them, or the Duffy Brothers or whatever, and then just beating it to death over the next 5 years. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. There's some stuff that they have that, but then again, I don't know how those contracts work, and if Netflix owns aspects of these shows, or if it's the creators and the production companies, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Because things become a Netflix production after the fact, right?
Well,
I just finished season 2 of Ultraman.
I don't think Netflix owns Cobra Kai, for instance. I think they got the rights to stream it.
Started on YouTube Red, I think. People forget that YouTube's first foray into paid, even for YouTube Premium or any of that, it was called YouTube Red. The only thing to watch on that channel was Cobra Kai.
The first 2 seasons were on YouTube Red. Nobody watched it. When it dropped on Netflix, it was like a phenomenon. You know? It shows you the power that Netflix has or did have. Right, so Netflix still has a name, but why? I don't think Disney would swallow them up, because why would they need that at all? They don't need any of that.
Well,
Stranger Things, look their whole thing. Everything in Disney's catalog is what Stranger Things is based on.
It's taken them so long to do Stranger Things. I see it out there. I probably spend an unnatural amount of time on social media. People are like, I don't care. It's taking you too long.
Well, I think that ultimately the problems are far more pervasive than what we're talking about here in terms of the content. In terms of content, you're canceling stuff like Cowboy Bebop, and
that made no sense to me.
And then on top of that, I think
Dwayne, you're right. People were used to free YouTube, a few ads or whatever, and now I think they're still doing it. Isn't the YouTube Premium $10 a month?
Bro, I still make $5 a month off YouTube Red subscribers for some reason. I don't know, but apparently people don't like commercials that much. So
Josh, YouTube wants you to care about YouTube Red. Fair enough.
So, I mean, to me, and some of the ways that they interact, like Robbie and I talked about it on Friday. One of the problems that I think is that they dump the entire season at once and doesn't create enough buzz like Disney Plus. When you drop it once a week, we're still talking about it through that week. But when you drop it on one day, you're going to get, people talking about it for, 2-3 weeks, and then everybody's seen it all, and then it drops off the map.
Yeah, I got a question because, Spilio just mentioned Jupiter. Well, I got a question for y'all, because maybe you know better than me, but Spilio mentioned Jupiter's Legacy, and I was like, Netflix has first look deals with Mark Miller and Boom Studios. That could be valuable to something, right? Would that go over? If someone bought out Netflix, would those contracts go to them, those first looks and stuff? I don't know, but there's a lot of potential in Boom Studios and Mark Miller right now to mine that stuff for franchise potential.
I just think it's a combination of really poor decisions that they've made along the way, and it has not grown their content. It has
Altered
not.
Carbon is another one. 60 Lefty Blizzard's just bringing this up. They have stuff people like. They hook people into stuff. I don't care if it's like your grandma watching the British Bake Off. I don't care what it is. They've got content that hook people. They don't get enough of it. They don't get it fast enough. Partly it's what you said. People binge Netflix probably more than anything else. Especially you get to wintertime, a big part of the country, it's cold, rainy, icy. You know, on a Friday night, you're on your way home from work, you hit the store, you grab a bunch of food, you lock the door, nobody sees you till Monday. And, you know, you're watching.
Here's why. There was a sci-fi show that I was watching on a suggestion from somebody else, right? And it was about 5 seasons of The Expanse. And I think it was on Amazon or whatever. But somebody suggested it, and I binged all 5 seasons. I watched all 5 seasons in the course of several days, and then waited around. And I enjoyed it, and I was waiting. When season 6, and then it took years for season 6 to finally drop. Yeah. And I haven't watched season 6. Why? Because I've forgotten about everything that's happened, and I'm not going back and binging 5 seasons
People have
again.
said that's the problem with Stranger Things. People don't remember all the little stuff.
I don't agree with their method of, okay, well, we've completed season 1, bam, let's drop the whole season now.
See, the problem is people like me are part of the problem. I'm tired of waiting. I don't want to wait. Just give me what I want and I'll pay for it. And you know what I mean?
You're still watching Disney Plus? You get up at 3 a.m. to watch new episodes.
And those shows are causing more, like, whether it's positive or negative, they're causing more like engagement on social media week to week because there's discussion about those episodes, right? We always talk about the water cooler talk. That's gone to social media, topic of the day, right? And Moon Knight trends every Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, like, yeah.
For the record, I agree with you. I agree with what you're saying. But the problem is people like me who, and I mean, there's no way to put this. People like me who want what I want. They're older. They're pushy, say boomers, whatever you want to call them. You have a few bucks and like, look, here's the deal. I'll give you your money if you give me what I want. Well, and it's not just that. It's almost any content.
But the point is that, you know, the problem is the content itself is what's dragging you to watch. Yeah. So even though you the older fellow who's screaming and stamping his feet up and down, I want it now, I want the whole thing now.
It's true.
Okay. Well, guess what? Moon Knight. What if? Okay. Guess what? Listen, petulant person. Okay. I'm going to give it to you once a week, and you're going to be happy with that. And guess what? That's what you're doing.
Here's Netflix's problem, though. Someone else will give me what I want. Not to mention, for me, Disney Marvel holds a special place in my heart. If somebody else tried that, I just wouldn't watch it.
Well, the thing is with the Netflix stuff,
you didn't watch Peacemaker?
No, well, that's comic books. That's different.
Yeah, so that's the other anchor that HBO Max has, is the DC side of things, right? And then Amazon Prime with some of the indie stuff like Invincible and The Boys, right?
John wants to know. John wants to know what the book is next to Red Sonja.
Where's Red Sonja? Because I'm looking at it from the screen, I can't see it.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, there's certain things I'm willing to make an exception for. That serial killer murder stuff, just put the episodes out there. Don't make me wait. Otherwise, I'm not going to watch it.
Well, the thing with Netflix is they were always bolstered. They started doing their original content that was bolstered by the fact that they had a library of stuff that people wanted to see. Where are they going to get that library now?
Oh, it's not.
Where are they going to get their library now? Because every single studio has their own streaming service. Ain't nobody giving up their franchises to Netflix to stream. Right. You know,
Disney Plus has proven you don't need Netflix.
Thank you, Dwayne Zapane. So get your best offers in.
Did we sell this King in Black book?
No, that did not. I don't.
You want to make them back in here and wheel and deal?
Is that the only one we haven't gotten anything on?
No. Did we sell the Draculina book? I think we have a couple here. We did?
Yes, we did.
Draculina sold? Okay. Yeah, there's not really much left. I think maybe is King in Black still, or is that gone too?
That's the only one still available, I think. King in Black, #3, signed by Ryan Stegman.
And did somebody buy this Alien book?
Yeah, which one? The cover sketch, no.
So we have an Alien CCA. Did somebody buy the Thor Walt Simonson thing? The Thor.
Yes.
Ken Hayes?
Well, yeah, it's best offer.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's best offer. My bad.
Wait, which one? The one signed by Simonson? Yeah. Oh no, that one. Hold on. Yes, that one was played by John Spilios.
Okay.
So what? We got 2 more books that haven't.
All right, John Spilios. The vodka is good. He's claiming the King in Black.
So is Alien CCA the only thing that we have left that hasn't sold?
I believe so. Yes.
I think so.
Come on, y'all. Let's do it 2 weeks in a row.
This store book.
The Alien CCA is suggested retail of $89.99, and we have it for $69.99. Creative Keep, if you're interested. And JD, when you get a chance, if you could throw up the link as well, that would be awesome. For the submission form.
Look at that drool. The way he's using the technique to make that drool and the splatter on that's awesome. Come on, y'all. This is the last one to go. It'd be awesome to sell out 2 weeks in a row. Wouldn't that be cool?
It would be cool.
Would it be
all right? John's claiming it.
See, now Rex can brag that he participated in a sellout.
Well, if I had the freedom to lower prices left and right, I could do it too.
What else do we do?
Creative Keep. John Spilios already claimed it, my friend. I apologize.
Oh, this one?
Yes.
Man, John. You know what, John? I think that now you and I are probably the only ones that have those. Have we sold the other ones of those?
What do you mean the other ones of those?
How many of these did you do?
Well, we did one last week, I think.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Yeah. And then because it was Aliens Day tomorrow.
That's nice. I really love those. So wait, the only thing left is this Death of Mighty Thor?
That's the best offer.
That's
I'm sorry. I'm messing. So all right.
So
which are about to end in a few minutes.
Yeah, in a few seconds.
So. Congratulations, y'all. Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that feel good? You out there in the chat, doesn't it feel good to be John, thank you so much. Spilio's responsible for most of that. Or I should say whatever brand of vodka and Crystal Light he's drinking.
Jay Burns, thank you, man. John is the claim master.
Well, we've talked about this before, man.
We should send when you guys send him and stuff, you should send him a bottle of liquor for next week.
And Ron would like a recap. You got it, Ron.
Do the 2 CCA books that we have that Nick just ran in here with crazily.
All right. So one was Catwoman, 9.8, $59.99. And
Joelle Jones.
The other one was Captain Harlock, also available for $59.99.
Oh, I forgot we had those.
So it's going to be kind of a short recap. So the best offer.
It's going to be a short recap.
So Vengeance of Vampirella number 5. It is a best offer book, and John Spilios is in the lead at 30. And then we had Mighty Thor number 700, signed by Walt Simonson, and Ron is currently in the lead at 30.
Okay.
And then we had Art Germ Vampirella Underworld variant collectible bust. And where Rupenstein is in the lead at 50.
Ron wants to know what's the Thor at right now.
Let's see.
Ron at 30, right? You just said that, I think.
Yes. Ron, you are currently in the lead at 30.
30 seconds left, y'all. This is exciting.
We did. I'm just trying to make sure we did everything right. We did this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We did.
And we still got that Catwoman and Captain Harlock, though.
Yes, the Joel Jones.
We sold out except for the extra stuff that Nick threw in last minute, right? So I think that still counts.
Stevie Day, an empty bottle of vodka and a can of Spam. What happened? What happened?
And for John Spilios, we'll throw in a Spam for free. Okay? Thank you, Jay Burns. We appreciate it. Hey, listen, I want to take a couple minutes to thank all of our viewers. We always appreciate it. Thank Robbie, obviously, for joining us on Mondays. And just to, it's Monday, right?
That's because
so that Rex can have a sellout with John. And since he says that he doesn't have the freedom, Rex, what do you think about the 2 new CGC books at $45 each?
Oh!
Okay, that was Rex's decision. See? He has the ability. Show those 2 books. Check it out. Captain Harlock, 9.8, $90 book, $45 tonight. And Catwoman, 80th anniversary. That's a $10 book as it is. 9.8, $89.99 tonight.
Come on, y'all.
Well,
I feel it. We got the Harlock claim.
claim.
Who wants the Catwoman?
Right,
Joelle
we got
Jones
Adrian.
cover. Great stuff.
Catwoman. Where Open Sun wants Catwoman.
There we go. Complete sellout. Station all the way. Congratulations, guys.
This show's become a roller coaster. I love it. I love it.
All right, there you go. I got you guys
See,
down.
I
We're
feel
Rubenstein
bad
for the
because Alec
Catwoman
could join
and,
in on this if he was allowed to stay up this late on Monday.
and Adrian for Captain Harlock. I got you guys down.
Hashtag AR'd me.
He's only allowed to stay up on Wednesdays.
So
this late.
again, I wanted to thank our viewers, for joining us on Monday and Wednesday night. So as always, Monday 6 to 8 Eastern, we have the Comic Collectible shows with me, Robbie, and John. And then on Wednesdays, we will have Comic Collectibles with Alec, John, and myself. And then we're Rubenstein. You got it, 10-pack. Gotcha.
Nice.
And then we have the original art show from 7 to 8 on Fridays, all Eastern time. All right. And once again, we love doing this. It's best part of my day anyway. And
I love being here with you guys. And I think Mishmash is next with Miss Jen. And then after that at 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern on PCP Movie Night, we're talking about
What's
Dick
the movie?
Tracy. Dick Tracy.
Oh, that's right. You told me that.
Nice. I
That
feel like
movie-
the end of Austin Powers when he takes the pictures. I'm spent.
So, any Punisher coming up, John? I'm hoping it comes in soon, my friend. I'm hoping it comes in soon. So, thank you everybody for joining us. I mean, it's been
We had a great time. Robbie, valuable addition to the show always. Thank you, sir.
It's the viewership has grown. It's been a lot of fun. Definitely check out Robbie's YouTube channel, Pop Culture Philosophers. Lots of great content. Join him tonight at 8 for Dick Tracy. I really like that movie. Actually.
I do like that movie a lot. I remember at the time it came out, it was like some people liked it and some people didn't. I was like probably the youngest guy who'd read the comic strips in the theater by like 20 years. There was a time I was young. I've always liked comic strips. And all these old folks were like, "You read comic strips, son?" I'm like, "Yeah."
And
what's crazy is I found out for the first time Al Pacino was nominated for an Academy Award for that movie.
I forgot that. I must have known it at some time, but I forgot it.
Isn't that crazy?
And now we're talking, we can talk into our watches. How's that?
Yeah.
So
I love everybody always has the thing, Batman, Spider-Man for Rogues Gallery.
Right. And
I'm always the jerk that throws Dick Tracy in that conversation. I'm like, without Dick Tracy, neither of those guys have that Rogues Gallery.
You're right.
All right. So I guess we got to check out here. Thank you again, everybody, for joining us.
Thank you, JD.
We'll see you guys
Robbie.
on Wednesday.
Thanks everybody.
Rob.
We'll see you on Wednesday. New Comic Book Day Wednesday.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.